Generic greetings and welcome to Preview plus Factorio. This is a 2D game about building and maintaining factories. Now please bear with me on this one because although that might sound as dull as dishwater, it really isn't. It's actually quite interesting, assuming you like this type of game. And quite frankly, it's a bit of a time sink. I've sunk quite a lot of hours into this. It does really keep me interested. And it is interesting as well, but again, I'll go through all that and you can decide for yourself. It's still in alpha, still in development. This is version 0.8.5, so as always, everything you see is subject to change. Nothing is final. Any bugs or lack of polish, placeholder art in places, etc., please attribute it to its in development status. So I'm going to go to play, and I'm going to do a new game. My plan is to show you the first maybe 20 minutes or so of the, basically, what happens when you first start fresh. And then I'll load onto one of my campaigns, or basically I'll go through and load one of my campaigns, which I am about maybe 10 or 12 hours in, maybe. Your time may vary depending on how good you are at this game. If I just go back to start campaign, there's currently 2 campaigns. As I said, this is all as of time of recording. Later alphas may be different. But, the First Steps and the New Hope. First Steps is sort of a tutorial, and I believe, and I'm not entirely sure on this, that is what you get with the demo as well. There's a demo available. You can download it in the link in the description, and you can actually try that for yourself. New Hope is this game. So let me go to New Game, and this is all the settings. As you can see, it's quite... you can set all of these to what you want, so I can have loads of grass, like, you know, very, very big amount of grass, or, you know, very low density of the grass and such. I'm going to keep it all on just as standard, and will generate the map. So it is dynamically generated, so it's new every time. So we'll just jump in. Let me have a sip of beverage. Today's beverage is green tea. Okay. So this is the Factorio free play. Your task is to prepare the planet for colonizing forces from Earth. Landing ships would be an easy target for attacks from the native bases. However, they can be protected by rocket defense. You will need to research advanced technologies in order to unlock the rocket defense. Start small, work your way up with automation, and don't forget to protect from the natives. So, that's just the tips and tricks, which are actually quite useful. This is me here. There we go. There we go. I can walk around, A, Dual S, and D, and I can scroll right out to see a fairly big part of the map. We have a mini-map on the top right there. When we mouse over something, you can see it basically gives you the stats. So I mouse over that. It says big tree on the right-hand side. Shows me how much wood it's got, how much health, mining hardness, and mining time. This game is very, very deep, so it does have a lot of complexity to it. Although I did find it quite simple. It is quite easy to get into. I feel it's going to be a game that's quite hard to master. But anyway, so this is me here. Obviously the art is reminds me sort of a mix of Total Annihilation and Fallout for some reason. I don't know why. It's very well, it's sort of a bit, I don't know, sort of grungy in a way. It's a bit weird like that. I don't know, it just has this like sort of, there's nothing very bright or colourful in it. I mean, that's, you know, that's not too bad, but it's sort of muted tones. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start mining some things. So what I need to do is I basically need to, the objective, I guess, is what it popped up at the bottom there. Basically, it said I need to get some rocket defense. In order to do that, I would need to research rocket defense. If I press T, you can see all the technologies that I have. So I need to get rocket defense, which basically means I need all of this stuff here. So I need to research all them before. All of this stuff here, things like railways and automated rail transportation and alien technology. Good, I didn't know that was in the game. Combat robotics. I have no idea what any of this stuff does. Laser turrets. Good grief, that's awesome. And all of this other stuff, basically, I can research, and you will research throughout the game. But anyway, let's get a bit of a base up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start mining a couple of things. Now, what I need is some coal. I'm looking for coal. There's some coal over there. Over there. There we go, and I'm trying to get past the trees. The problem is the trees do block, so I'm going to try and knock it down. I'm currently just basically hitting it with a stick, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to press E. This is where my crafting is. Now, the crafting in this game is really good, because if I, for example, needed to build, I want to build this here, an iron axe, and it says when I mouse over it, the time it takes to build it, what I need, so in this case 3 iron plates and 2 iron sticks, and it gives me mining power 2.5, it shows me the damage I can cause and the durability, etc. It also shows you the total raw, which is how long it takes, so 1 time and 4 of them. Because if I go back to it, it says 2 iron sticks. Well, how do I make iron sticks? Iron sticks, you make 2 of them by using an iron plate. But I don't have to make the iron plate first and then that. If I click it, it just puts them in the queue. So if I try to make one of this, for example, it would, or that there, you can see that requires 3 things. It would actually put them all in the queue and build them. It basically builds them sensibly, so you don't have to go, oh, I'll build this first, and then this, then this. You can basically, if you have the materials, it will allow you to click it, and it'll build them as one. But anyway, me building that allows me to chop through this a lot faster. In fact, no, it doesn't, because I haven't equipped it. If I get... Oh, no, I have equipped it. I have equipped it. So I should be able to go through that a bit quicker. There we go. And now when I try to mine this, there we go. If I take that off the bar, for example, you can see the sort of time it actually takes me to do this. So it's good to have that iron axe, so we'll keep digging away. It's actually getting dark, which is not good, because there are Gribblies, there are enemies and aliens that you have to defend against. Your experience with them may vary, because I don't know if it's... I'm guessing it is dynamically struck, randomly generated, what turns up. So I don't exactly know how difficult this will be. We might not get very far, and then we might continue on forever. Who knows? Anyway, it's all dark. You can see I've got like a little torch. Ooh, that's nice. Very nice. Right, so I need to start mining coal. And why coal? Well, that's because coal early on powers all of the machines. In fact, even later on, it pretty much powers everything. So I'm just chopping these trees down, clearing the area for what's going to be a mine. Because I do have... If I go at the bottom here, I do have a burner mining drill. Burner means that it's actually powered by coal, or I believe you can put wood in it as well. But anything basically that you can burn, you can shove in, and that's how it's powered on. You do get electric ones, and I'm guessing you get more advanced ones later on. Anyway, I'm just clearing the trees because I can. Also, wood will come in handy later on. There we go. To chop all these down. And I think that will do us for now. So let's have a quick look. So that's our coal there. We also need iron ore, which I believe there's some over there on the minimap, but sadly it's... Oh, there's some stone. That stone's always useful. We'll come back to that. Is this all iron ore? That is iron ore there. So we've got iron ore there, and we've got coal over here. Sadly, there's a hefty great big forest in the way, so what I'm going to do is just chop the trees down so I can have quick access to it. But actually I probably don't need to do that now. I can probably leave that to later. Right, first things first, let me get a burner mining drill, and I'm going to place it over this coal. Actually, where I'm going to place it is actually quite important, because if you can see on the right there, it shows resources. It shows you what the resources are over the top of it. So that's 2.9, that's 2.7, that's 2.3, etc. It all changes based on where you put it. To be honest with you, if it was like a couple of hundred, then I would probably worry about it, because it's quite high. Like 2.4's there. I'm not really going to worry about it. We'll put it there, 2.5. Right click, and we place a burner mining drill. So that's a mining drill that will dig out whatever it's over. So it's going to dig this coal. Sadly, it's out of fuel, because that's what's shouting at me there. If I right click on that, I can put stuff in it. So can I put wood in just as a test? I can put wood in, yes. But I'm going to put in... Actually, yes, I'm going to put the wood in. And you can see it is now digging out coal and shoving it there. I can pick it up by pressing F, and there we go. It will pick this coal up. It will stop when basically the chute gets full. So I'm going to have to keep picking it up, which is a little bit annoying, but that's okay. I can sort of deal with that. What I need to do now is start thinking about things like conveyor belts and transportation belts and inserters, which basically are like little arms that carry stuff back and forward, but not yet. What I'm going to do is place... Well, I do need a stone furnace, because that allows me to smelt stuff. What I'm going to do is start clearing the trees here and keep running back to this. The game reminds me of... It reminds me of a couple of things, but the thing that springs to mind predominantly is sort of Minecraft Tech-It stroke Buildcraft style, where if you've played that mod, or basically the mods that include that, you'll understand what I mean. Basically, you know, where you mine things out, you then ferry stuff around using pipes and such. It's very much like that, although it's a lot more in depth. And again, it's quite Moorish. I don't understand. I mean, I was actually sent this... someone actually tweeted me and said, oh, I think you should take a look at this. It looks quite interesting. And, you know, I get a lot of that. And I had a look at it and thought, oh, it seems alright. So I had a quick browse and ended up getting a copy. And I probably played it about 7 or 8 hours straight. It was just... I was just, like, really engrossed in it. And it's weird as well, because it isn't a... I wouldn't call it a pretty game, although it's not ugly, it's just stylized. But it's certainly not, you know, the most gorgeous game ever created. But it's not really supposed to be. Actually, you know what it reminds me of? I've just thought of it. It's like Transport Tycoon, and basically that's Chris Sawyer sort of stuff, like locomotion and things like that. Anyway, so that's a big area cleared, and the reason I'm clearing that is because eventually I'm going to have I'm going to use some conveyor belts. Right, so we're going to come back over here and we're going to start mining some of this iron ore. And it's... I've actually used up... I've used up my iron axe, so I'm going to build another iron axe because they do have durability. So let's cut back through this. Here we go. And we'll start getting some iron ore. This isn't ideal. This is not an ideal thing to do here. But, you know, we'll basically just do this. Also, as always, I am not professing to be an expert at this game at all. I know there's a couple of people, or a fair few people, have already done videos on this, and I'm sure are a lot more capable at it than me. But it's good just to show the game, because well, I didn't know about it, so you know you might not have either. But yeah, I'm mining this away because my plan is to be able to build another. Well, basically build and insert in a couple of other things. So what I need to do is I need to place my stone furnace. I'm going to place it... actually, I want to place it about there, but that bloody tree's in the way. So let me just drop that. Press Q and it will immediately quick drop it back to your inventory. So place it there. So I'll right click on this one. Left click to like knock stuff down. So I can knock that back down and then place it again if I want to, which is good. Here we go. I'll open it up. I'll put in the iron ore like that, and I'll put in half the coal. Being right click, and it will half it, just like sort of Minecraft style. And there we go. It's actually making this stuff. Sadly, I'm going to have to manually pick the plates out because otherwise it will sort of jam up and stop. But that's a furnace going, and I'm going to come over here and pick that coal up there as well. So that's mining away coal. In fact, one thing I might need to do is refuel it. No, I won't. I've got loads of stuff. In fact, I'm actually pulling another stack of wood in there. So yes, I could have fueled this this stone furnace with, I'm guessing, wood. I'm guessing I can fuel it with wood, but I don't need to bother yet. I've got a fair amount of coal, but we'll see. Right, so I've got what I want to do is make another. I want to make another burner mining drill, but what I need is some stone. So I'm going to go over here and just pick up this stone here. Now, generally, you don't need a lot of stone, I've found, but it's always good to have a nice stack of it. So, so we can do a furnace, but we can't make some of them gear wheels, and we can only make... Can we make 4 of them? Yeah, we can make 4 of them, but I don't have the metal plates. I'm just going to keep mining this. As you can see, it's slowly getting dark, which is not great. And there we go. We've picked that stuff up. So we're going to come back down here, and you can see that stopped, probably because... Oh, we've actually got resources. Fair enough. And, oh, we can build a burner mine drill. So if I click on that, you can see it puts 3 cogs into the job, 1 burner furnace, and then we've done the drill. So we'll place the drill probably... place it there for now, and again we're going to shove a 24 stack in, and that'll mine away nicely. So we've got 2 sort of mines going now. Again, this is very early stuff here, so that's mining away. We've got coal, and we've got this iron ore, which is good. Now what I need to do is sort of automate the process just a little bit, and that's where a big part of this game comes in. I want to start making an inserter, but what I need to do for that is copper. I need copper, which I think there's some over here, but no, that's coal. I think that might be copper over there, but that is a long way away. You know what? You know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to go in the middle of nowhere when I don't have any real defensive weaponry, because I do have a gun. There you go, a pistol, and I do have a magazine, although it's not entirely... It's not exactly the, you know, the best... It's not entirely, the biggest weapon ever created, is it? A pistol with some ammo. Where is copper? I need copper. I can't see a thing. I'm just going to have to wait until the next day. I could start making transportation belts, which will start ferrying stuff, which is ideally what I want to do. So what I'm going to do is pick these up here. Again, shove the iron ore in it. What I probably need to do is actually make some more of them. Keep on making these things. I don't think I have the stone, so I'm going to mine a little bit more stone. But as you can see, it can be a slow start, but it's one of them things that, if you've done the tutorial, which again, if you play the demo as well, I believe that's sort of the same thing. But when you do that, you will actually understand basically it teaches you early on exactly how to play the game, and you do have to understand the basic principles of it before you can really jump in. Like, there's no point in jumping in to like the high level stuff when you don't even know how the basic stuff works. Even though it is quite simple to understand, but it's best to basically show you from the start. When this stuff gets dumped out, it will go in a big pile, and you can go up and press F. There you go. You just go near it and you press F and it picks stuff up. That's for everything that's dumped around. Right, there's another burner mining drill. See, there's some transportation belts. Now, what I need to start thinking about is I need another burner mining drill. I don't think I can basically do without it because I need to start getting more iron ore. And there we go. So I've got another one. I'm going to place it right next door. And again, we're going to shove 24 stack of wood in because I might as well. Is that one how much wood? Ah, it's got loads of wood to go. We'll go over here and we'll shove more iron in it. So we're increasing our production a little bit, but this isn't automated. This is the hard way of doing things. What I need is a way to automate it. So what I need ideally is probably a burner inserter. There's normal inserter, but it requires electricity to do. So I'm going to make a burner inserter. In fact, I'm going to make a burner inserter and a wooden chest. What that does, I've put a wooden chest, for example, put it there, okay? Now, normally what I need to do is pick this stuff up, and then I could right-click on the chest and put it in the chest. Okay, that's simple. However, if I have an inserter, what it does, it's basically a mechanical device that will pick up whatever's where the arrow is and place it in where the line is. So if I put it there, I can just take some of this coal, and I will shove it in the burner inserter. It will automatically... Ah, wrong... I've done it the wrong way. Hang on. It's the arrow where it goes. There we go. And then if I put that back in, there we go. So it's going to pick up... Hang on. What's it doing? It's picking up all of the wood out of that. No, I don't want that. What's it doing? I've placed it in the wrong place, I think. Hang on. Can I do it? I think it's that I need. Is it that? I think I've placed it in the wrong place. Yes, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Right. So, if I put that back in, the wood back in, there we go. So when it drops stuff on the floor, this burner is now picking it up. This burner inserter is picking it up and shoving it in the box, which means this no longer gets clogged and it will keep on going. Very good, you are saying. Excellent. So we're going to go over here. As you can see, we've got a little bit of a problem. These are getting jammed up. Now, I could put 2 of them burner inserters there, but what I'm going to do instead is go over to this furnace, get all of these plates out, and basically start thinking about transportation belts. I'm going to build basically 4 sets of them, but you do get 2 for 1, I believe. So I'll just keep picking this stuff up. What I'm going to do now is place them like so. And what that does is, as you can see, it puts them on the conveyor belt and they go to the end. Now, conveyor belts are probably one of the trickiest things to get a grip with early on, because stuff's always put on closest to where it gets dropped off. So as you can see, obviously, it's on that side. These things are on that side, so they're getting dropped off there. However, if I put the inserter always picks stuff from the far side. So like as the default. So if I put it on this side, it will always try and pick up from that side. It will pick up from both, because if you can see, like, that's a side there and this is a side, so basically either side of the conveyor belt. If I put the inserter there, it will try to pick up this side first. I don't know why, and I don't know if there's any way to change that. But anyway, like I say, I'm no expert at the game, so maybe that's not entirely accurate, but in my experience, that's what it seems to be. Right, I'm going to carry this down, as you can see, like that, and I think that will do. So this is carrying it to the end. Now, you're probably thinking, well, why am I doing that? Well, the reason for that is because what I want to do is automate some of this stuff. So this is getting carried down, which is all well and good. What I need to start making a couple of other things. So I'm going to make another stone furnace. I'm going to put a stone furnace there. I'm going to get rid of that one, and I'm going to shove it there. The reason for that is because I want to make another burner inserter, because I've already got one. I'm going to spin it around and put it that way, like so, and put the other one there, okay? And then I need to make a couple more conveyor belts, like so, and we'll make them just go to the end about there. So they're still stacking up, as you can see. And what I'll do is I will put in probably I think I'll put in half of my coal in that one, half in that one, and then I'll put probably a little bit in that one and a little bit in that one. So now, as you can see, the furnace is now getting fed by the inserters. So they're getting fed into that and making the iron plates. Very good. Let's go over here and see how much coal I've got. There we go, 44 coal, because that's happily mining away. So again, automation. So, and now that that's sort of really starting to go, and look at all these plates now production's really going. I can really start making some stuff. So let's make more conveyor belts. Why am I making more conveyor belts? Well, it's because I can do this. I can place a conveyor belt at the back here and go down here like so. And let me just demolish these trees because they're in my way. It's also dark. I hope gribblies don't come and eat my face. Just demolish all these trees, get them out the way. One of the good things, I guess, about actually being in a wood is that hopefully they won't be able to come and get me. Although it's famous last words, isn't it? So I'll put more down like that, and then what I'll do, I'll make, I was going to say I'll make a couple more burner inserters, but I can't. You can also hold control and left click, and that will pick up what's in these things, which again, it's very good because, you know, if you know the quick shortcuts, then it's quite good. Let me place these like that. Okay, now you're probably thinking, what's that going to do? Well, what that is going to do is when I fuel it, if I do that, for example, it's going to pick up the metal plates and shove the metal plates onto the conveyor belt. So it's going to insert the ore and it's going to pull out the metal plate. It's intelligent that way. It's not going to rip the coal out of these things. That would be silly. But yes, you can see what it's doing. So we've now got a bit of automation going. And now what I'll probably do is at the end of the conveyor belt, we'll have another inserter and we'll have probably an iron chest because they're quite good. Put one there. We'll put the burner inserter like that. We will fuel it up and that will put these metal plates in the box. Lovely. Let me just go over to this box here. See what we've got. A lot of coal there. And now production is really starting. So let me just check over here. That's still got loads of wood. That's got loads of wood. You can obviously make shuttles so you can ferry wood to that, etc, etc. So I'm now making these things, which is quite good. Let me just get a bit more stone because I feel it's probably going to need some more of that. But as you can see, it's sort of, you probably understand now exactly how the game works, and it's basically about getting these little combos and getting this automation going. And I think this is going to be a Marmite game. You either are going to really like this sort of game or you're just going to hate it and not get it in the slightest, and I can understand that. This game will not be for everybody, but I really enjoy it. I say it's quite in-depth, so let me just dig these trees out here. What I'm going to do, I'm probably going to start needing some more coal at some point. I want to start doing some research and get some electrical stuff up. So, for example, getting like this steam engine and such, but I need copper, and the problem is I don't have any copper. So while it's light, let me search the area for copper. So there's stone over there. Even if it's just a tiny bit of copper, that's all I need, just a tiny bit of copper. I can't really see any. Is that copper down there? That might be copper down there on the mini-map. I mean, you can see how far this scrolls in and out. And all the way to there. Is that... I'm pretty sure that... I don't know whether that's just like art or that's some actually being recorded and then like reduced resed. Who knows? I'm guessing the developers know. Right, let's see what's down here. That's stone. Is that... That looks like some sort of bog. This is water. Yeah, that's some sort of sandy thing. There, that doesn't really do anything. That might be copper over there. The worst part is I might have already passed copper and you're screaming at the screen, but I can't hear you, so that won't really help me. There's some stone there. Let me see if I can get through this wood. I'm gonna have to chop this bloody tree down. Get out of my way! Get out of my way! There we go, and through here, and there we go through. More coal. We've got an abundance of coal, which is good. And what about down here? Let's have a quick look. I say quick look, it's taking me ages to get here. No, it's just a different sort of biome thing, which is terrible because I need copper, and if I don't have copper, I can't do the electrical stuff, which is sort of where we get off the starting blocks, really, once you get the electrical stuff. Although, to be fair, I don't know how the conveyor belts power themselves. They just seem to magically be powered, which isn't, not great, I guess, but I don't know whether that's going to change or not. Anyway, let me go back over here. It doesn't look I've got enough copper, but I've got enough iron plates to make loads of stuff. So I can make a steam engine, which will generate electricity. We'll have boilers, all of these pipes, etc. And then we've also got electrical circuits. But imagine basically we would use a steam engine and we would route it with small electrical poles, and then we would use normal inserters, which are actually electronic, because you can see it says energy consumption. And we'd use electricity, and we'd start moving away from the coal stuff. But you get the idea of how the basics of this game work. Now what I will do is load one of the campaigns, or where I'm at with the campaign. So we'll quickly go to load game, camp 5, and load. And I will probably baffle you if you haven't seen this game before, because you're probably thinking, what the hell is going on? So I'm going to explain it, and we're going to go up the top and I'll show you. So this is, like I said, part of the campaign, and this is, I don't know how far this is, but I've done the basic campaign, the tutorial thing, and then I have jumped into this one here, which is like 2 or 3, I think it's like 2 or 3 levels onwards. But anyway, we have some solar panels up here. These were all placed when I turned up. I'm not going to spoil the story and such, because these are a bit of a story. But yeah, we've got solar panels there. We also have over here, you can see we've got fairly large electrical poles. We've got this here. There's some pumps here. I'll quickly run through the mechanics of it. There's some pumps there. And then these pumps go under the ground. There you go. And then they head to these things, which are boilers. And what boilers do is they heat the water. So if I mouse over it, you can see the water temperature. It says 43, 44, etc. And they are fed automatically by these inserters, which are taking coal, which is this black stuff on the conveyor belt. They're taking it off and putting it in the boilers. You see water temperature is now at 100. And what the water does is power these steam engines. As you can see, there's a lot of steam engines, and a lot of them, basically there's a couple of connected. If I connected one there and one there, it would connect these two up as well. But as you can see, they're pumping away. It shows you their performance, shows the available performance, etc. If I right click on the power, one of these power lines, it shows you the consumption, the production, basically the accumulated capacity. I don't have any. It shows you what's taking what. So at the moment you can see that my assembly machines are taking nearly 1,000 watts of power, and obviously we're taking a fair amount here. It shows you how much has been generated over the course of 10 minutes, an hour, 10 hours. Yeah, let's just close that. And you've got walls around here, but yeah, that's they're all being fed by these here, which are electric mining drills. So the previous one you saw, the previous ones you saw, there were burner ones, so I was putting coal in to get coal. These ones are powered by electricity, but that obviously feeds the machines over there, which generate the electricity that they run on. Perpetual motion. Well, not really, but you get the idea. We've also got coal coming down here, which goes past this sort of loading dock, because there was a train thing in the middle, but we got rid of that because that's part of the mission. We need to basically rebuild it. We need to recover the base and research automated railway transportation, which I am trying to do now. In fact, I've almost done it. But you can see this coal comes in here. Comes along here, which feeds these steel furnaces, which then in turn basically feeds the steel furnaces. I'm trying to stand on here and I can't because the conveyor belts do push you along. But yes, I'm feeding the steel furnaces with coal and with ore, well, with copper ore, which is the bottom one there, and iron ore, which is at the top here. Is that iron ore? Yes, it is iron ore. It's doing that and then feeding
research
it in.
Complete.
Ooh, research complete. Very nice. I don't know what to research. I'll just close it for now. And there's the it's time to recover the railway access in the distant mines. Very good. I'll do that in a moment. Get the supplies into your car inventory. Okay, so I need to get all of that and basically move on. But yes, we'll do that in a moment. Or we'll do it later, whatever. Anyway, so you can see this is getting fed in, so I'm getting, putting stuff in here. I'm putting the iron ore in here, and then it's making plates, which you're getting put on that conveyor belt. Similar thing down here, I'm making copper bar. Is it copper bar? Or copper plates. And then them plates are going to here, into this box here, which as you can see is completely full. And what that does, they do different things. What I was trying to do is automate my research. So for example, these things here, science packs, I can make them, but if you can see, look how long it takes. See on the bottom left how long it's taking here just to make one. And if I do this one, it takes even longer, because they require, when I mouse over it, electrical circuits and transportation belts. Problem with transportation belts is that they require iron plates and iron gear wheels. So I'll quickly run through it so you can see what we're doing here. So these are iron plates. So iron plates are getting put in the box, getting taken off and moved down this conveyor belt. This conveyor belt feeds two automated assembly machines, so this one here and this one here, and that is making gears. Okay, so that's making gears. What it does is makes gears and it shoves them on the opposite side of this belt. Like I say, it always favors the opposite side, so it's putting on there. What that does is feed it down here. I'll come back to that. This machine over here is putting these copper plates on. Some of them are going past, some of them are going into here, but we'll come back to that. But anyway, you see the copper plates are running down here and joining up with these. So we've got two sets of basically two things on this conveyor belt. We've got, on one side we've got these metal cogs, we've got the iron cogs, and on the other side we've got the copper plates. They are fed into these two machines here, which these two machines combine copper plates and iron gear wheels to create Science Pack 1, which is There you go. It needs copper plate and iron gear wheel. So that's what I'm making, and if I open that, it should be empty. Yes, it is. Both of them are empty because once I make them, here we go, that puts it into the chest, and then that takes it out of the chest, puts it on this conveyor belt, which moves it down here, and eventually it might get picked up. Are one of these going to get picked up? I need to actually do some research first. Let me just put something in the queue, so let's just start researching that. There we go. You can see these are now picking up all of this and putting into these, which are the labs, which research the thing I've just started. So I've automated the red part of that research. However, I need... I need this science pack as well. I need the green one, science pack 2. Green are slightly more difficult to make. So for green, you need electrical circuit and transportation belt. Electrical circuit, you need iron plates and copper cable. So we'll follow that down. So copper cable is made with just these copper plates. So this one here, take the copper plates, makes it into copper wire. You can see the copper wire there. The iron plates we've already made, so they're just coming down along this conveyor belt. They both join up here. So there we go. We've got copper plates. Sorry, we've got iron plates and copper wire. Them get fed into these machines, which make the electrical circuits. There's the electrical circuits there. Now, the electrical circuits are used to make... the electrical circuits need to be combined with conveyor belts in order to make this science pack 2. To make conveyor belts, we need iron gears, which they are there, and the plates, which are there, which, as you can see, they're basically getting taken off the production line here as an overflow stack and moved down, fed into these machines, and they're getting created there. So we're getting transport belts created. They then go, both of them getting put on this conveyor belt, go all the way down here, and then up here, and then shoved into these 6 assembly machine ones, because they take quite a while to build, which is why I've got more than the red ones. As you can see, they're getting created, shoved on here. Hang on, one of them will do it eventually. This one's going to be this one. There we go. There we go. And that's that there, put on the conveyor belt. Because it's on the opposite side, it comes down here along and gathers up with the red ones. As you can see, we've actually got a bit of a problem with the red ones now. We've got a bit of a shortage with the red. So I probably have to make more of that. If you're not confused now, then bear in mind that this is actually quite basic stuff, believe it or not. What I've done here, this is really inefficient and really ad hoc. I spent a couple of hours working this out, but I was happy doing it. I was enjoying doing it. If you're not a person that really likes to think about this thing, then you're probably not up to this point in the video, actually. You probably, if you stayed this long, you probably get what the game is and you'll probably enjoy it. I would recommend you give it a go. If you like building games, if you like say, it's hard to get away from the comparison with Minecraft and Tekkit and the construction stuff. If you like that sort of thing, then this is probably for you. You will almost certainly enjoy this. Even if you don't, then I would recommend you give it a go because it's so different and it is just enjoyable. Basically, it gives you the part... Research complete, because my research is so good, yeah. I'm going to make advanced material processing, ooh, yes. But yes, if you like this sort of game, if you like building things, if you enjoy working things out, and basically, it's a game that gives you the systems and says, implement them how you wish. You know, basically, you have to figure out how to implement them. And that's where the sort of challenge of the game comes from. I was very surprised by the game after looking at it and going, yeah, it looks a bit meh, looks a bit boring, looks a bit dry. It's not. It's very enjoyable, at least in my opinion. Check it out. Links are in the description. As I said, there's a demo available which will give you enough information to, well, basically if you play the demo, I reckon after that you'll either know whether you want to buy it or not. Like I say, I recommend it if you really like this sort of game, building games, etc. Even if you don't, I would recommend you still check the demo out because I think it's quite... I really, really think this is quite a good game. Very different, very good. Thank you very, very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.